All right, this week we're continuing our study of the bones, skeletal system. 4 weeks of this, we're on week 3. We're going to learn the bones of the appendicular skeleton. So this is lab number 8. Appendicular skeleton includes the pectoral girdle, the clavicle and scapula, the arms, the pelvic girdle, and the legs with the lower limbs. And of the 206 bones in the adult human skeleton, we learned the 80 bones in the axial skeleton last week. And this week we're doing the 126 bones of the appendicular skeleton. Again, like last week, it isn't quite as bad as it sounds because there are left and right bones. So it's the same name, just left and right. For example, you have a left femur and a right femur. Also, the wrist and hands and ankles and feet have most of the bones, and almost half of those bones are phalanges, so that makes it easier. You got like 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. So you got 14 phalanges in each hand, and you got 14 in the feet too. So there's 14, 14, 28, 56 bones right there in the hands and feet. They're all called phalanges. So anyway, so that makes it not as bad as it sounds. Let's see. Also, last week, like I told you last week, it looks kind of intimidating when you look at the book. Look at the chapter. It looks like there's a whole lot to memorize when you include the bone markings. But once you get it organized, but if you get organized and follow the study guide, it'll get you organized as to how to study this. What I've done is I've laid out. I didn't do an actual study guide. I guess what I did was there's sheets that called bone markings that I want you to know. So it's entitled Bone Markings to Know. Bone markings are the projections, bumps on bones, depressions, and the holes in the bones. And the ones that I want you to know are listed in bold in the study guide. There's other ones that are listed on there, but the ones I really want you to know are in bold. Knowing those bone markings, the reason I bolded those are the other ones you can pick up later on. These are the primary ones that you'll have muscles, tendons from muscles will attach to. So those will be the origins and insertions of the muscles. You'll learn about those next semester. So you can learn the muscles and attachments later on if you know the bone markings, if you learn those now. And let's see, also you'll need to be able to distinguish a left bone from a right bone. During the lectures, try to keep track of bone markings that will help you do that will distinguish. And a lot of them are pretty easy, like left femur and right femur are really easy to figure out which one's which. Let's see. There are 4 parts to the PowerPoint lectures. Divide them up in different parts. Those are labeled in the news section. I did 6 bone demonstration videos. Those are all really short. And then I also found it on the web, there's a video on a clinical examination of the shoulder. Also an animation of shoulder movement. I also went through, Pearson has a bunch of videos, but they put theirs in alphabetical order. So I went through all those, pulled those together, and put them into order by body region. So like pectoral girdle and upper limb, pelvic girdle and lower limb. And the videos are good, but what I did was, sorry, I'm stumbling. I made a web page and put all those links on a web page grouped together. The videos are good, and so I encourage you, and none of them are really all that long, so I really encourage you to watch those. Those are really good. Also created a web page for the photographs that are in Pearson. These are all in Pearson Anatomy Lab, that PAL section of Pearson. And so I made a web page for those photographs so that you can click on those links and find those photographs very easily of the different appendicular skeletal bones. The total time for the lecture and lab demonstration videos is about an hour and a half, and the Pearson videos, I think, is about a half an hour total, something like that. So anyway, to recap, read the book. It's Unit 10, Appendicular Skeleton. Watch the lecture videos and demonstration videos. Do the pre-lab and post-lab exercises in the book, and do the activities on Pearson. Watch the videos on Pearson and study the pictures in the book. Also, when you look in the pictures in the book, but also the pictures, if you're looking at them in Pearson, there's a tab up there that says labels, and you click that, and it'll show you the labels that are on each of the for each of the parts of the bone, most of the bone markings that you're looking at. So those you can help those kind of as kind of a self-test to help yourself study. Anyway, all right. So the quiz on the appendicular skeleton will be due by October 29th. And as always, if anyone wants to review this stuff in person on Zoom, let me know. If y'all want to have a group session, let me know. Otherwise, email me, text me, or call me with questions. Hope you had a great fall break and have a great week. See ya.